Yo, what's good, kings and queens? It's your boy Sahara. How are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? And we're back to another reaction. Okay, I didn't read the title once again. Like, bro, I don't be reading the title. Okay, I stopped reading the title. But if y'all want, y'all already see the title. Okay, the generation already doomed. Gen Beta. Wait, then wait. Gen Beta. Wait, is that after Gen Alpha? You see, I don't even know these names, bro, and I don't like, bro. There's Gen Beta already. There's Gen Beta already. I mean Gen Alphas are 15, right? So it's like yeah, it makes sense that there's a new generation. Oh my god, bro. Okay, yo, we are old, bro. Okay, we are getting old. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't care. Okay, cause life is crazy, bro. But let's play this.
I've talked about basically every generation on this channel
Yeah,
and the
yeah, you
ups and
do that a
downs they
lot.
face. From Gen Alpha being eternally cooked and sentenced to a childhood
Yeah.
of doom scrolling and funk music. I don't know what it is with these kids and loving funk music, but this really getting out of hand.
Because this is your favorite song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please step outside. Step outside. Okay. What is this? We went from, what do you call it? What is that cartoon called from YouTube? We went from Coco Melon, whatever. We went from Coco Melon to funk music. Are you kidding me? Like, what is like? Don't tell me he's gonna crash out on Gen Beta. What did Gen Beta did? What did like, bro? Little bro film song.
So boomers trying their best to hold on to power and ruining the world one more time before they're gone. In fact, my Twitch chat is always trolling me and saying rent is due when Tommy drops some type of Gen Z video. I'm highly offended by these disgusting allegations on my name, and it needs to stop because rent is due. Do you see the state of this economy? Anyways, I'm gonna do something different and talk about a generation that hasn't even had their chance to make an impact. And that's Gen Beta, who I believe out of all the past generations in modern times, will probably be—
Wait, wait. Don't make fun of me, guys. Okay, I'm 24, but don't make fun of me, okay? So, okay, nobody teaches me about this generation stuff. So, does new generation come like after a new generation that is 15 years old? Like, for example, Gen Alpha is 15. Like, let's say Gen Z are 15, right, years old, but then there's gonna be a new generation I mean, of course, a new generation comes every timeline, but it's like, does it have to be every 15 years old, like of Gen Z, for example, and then Gen Alpha, and then like Gen Alpha 15 years old, and then like Gen Beta? Like, bro, I never thought, like, bro, in school they never taught me about like the next generation, like how old do you need to be, or how old the generation need to be, okay, in order for the next generation. Like, bro, I never knew that before, okay? I don't know if people gonna clip this and make fun of me. Go ahead, I don't care about. Okay, I have one life and I'm gonna die one day and nobody cares about me. You know what I'm saying? Alright.
Be the most failed and have the worst setup to survive. Gen Beta, really? For y'all that don't know, started in 2025 and will continue on through 2039. And as Gen Z starts to get more—
that's how it works. Like 12, like that's how it works. Like 2025 to 2020. So it's gonna be like 14 years. That's how it works. I didn't know that. Okay.
Or older, the last class to graduate from it will be the class of 2030. I can hear some people probably saying, hell nah, there's no way there's Gen Z graduating high school in 2030. The generation goes from 1997.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like Gen Beta are gonna have it worst. I mean, Gen Alpha have it worst, but like, imagine Gen Beta, bro. Okay. Nah, bro.
2012, so that would be the last class to make it technically. Of course, someone born in 1997 is not relating to someone born in 2012 for childhood. That's like a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. My point is, once we reach that final graduation year, there is no going back. We're just gonna be inching closer and closer to Unk status. So you basically get called an Unk on the internet if you're older than the age of 21. And Gen Beta is gonna be mainly Gen Z's kids. The first main problem Gen Beta is gonna have is, you probably guessed it by now, having an AI childhood.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, AI child, AI what? No. Hey, it makes sense, but bro, I hope it doesn't come to that.
That just sounds diabolical. I gotta wash my mouth out with soap after saying that. Skibidi Toilet
That's
is gonna
weird.
look like the Mona Lisa compared to what they're gonna grow up with. Just
I
like
know,
how
right?
we were the
I know,
first
right?
generation to grow up with social media in our lives casually. They're gonna grow up with AI tools around them normally, AI videos around them normally, AI teachers around them normally. That last one is true, by the way. Every country is basically trying to shift education more towards
That's
AI.
very true, yeah.
Imagine instead of having a teacher near you, you have an AI assistant to help you with your work and teach you. As if teachers already don't get paid dog shit salaries and have to deal with worse kids every year.
Huh?
It's not cool to be bad.
It is cool. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm just trying to be like my idol,
Who your idol?
King Von.
What the f?
King Von. Being bad is good. Nah, bro, I don't know what's wrong with these kids. Kids are like this, bro. Nah, bro, what's up with the parents, bro? I know people blame it on the parents. Like, bro, what's up with the environment? The environment, okay? Like,
What?
Now they're about to get axed out in the future for some clankers.
You're fired.
Some places they have no choice but to do AI education. In fact, America is one of those places where it will most likely happen. I mean, think
Yeah.
of it. Do you know any one of your friends that actually wants to become a teacher for their future career? When I say not a single one of my friends has ever told me they wanted to be a teacher, I'm not lying. Do you see how some of these teachers be ranting about their job on TikTok after
Yeah.
having a single shift?
There is no way in hell that if you know that your child has a behavior problem and you miss the entire week of school and then bring them on Friday for the teachers to deal with his actions, there's no way in hell parents really actually do this to us.
I'ma just say this. I teach
I
7th
remember
grade,
watching
they are
videos like
still
this.
performing on the
Yeah.
4th grade level.
I'd deadass rather be a frontline soldier than a middle school teacher in 2026. Some of y'all may be saying I'm crazy, but hear this situation. You're either a front of the line soldier in a war or a middle school teacher in Overwatch. Now it doesn't sound so
Oh,
bad.
hell nah.
You
Oh,
know, as
hell
a
nah.
soldier, at least it'll be
Hell
quick
nah.
to the army. Teaching at that school will be a lifetime of torture and torment.
It will be torture,
The teacher
yeah.
crisis is so bad now, some people say their whole class was taught by substitute teachers. So it's pretty much inevitable that they're gonna add AI teachers to school. And look, I'm not dumb to say an AI tool wouldn't help a kid solve problems. In fact, teachers do get overwhelmed in a class a lot trying to help all the kids at one time. The problem is though, you're losing that basic humanity we've had.
I feel like if people, okay, rely on ChatGPT so much, okay, fine, ChatGPT can solve everything, right? But it's like if you rely on it so much, you know, like you would not become like doing everything by yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. Like if you rely on ChatGPT, like you wouldn't do everything by yourself. You just rely on ChatGPT all the time. So you become lazy over time. So that's why it's very important, you know, to learn with a human, okay? So, you know, like he or she could tell you like you could do it, okay? Because ChatGPT be like, fine, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Meanwhile, the other person can tell you like do it, okay? Or like you teach yourself if you know how to teach yourself, and then like you do it, okay? That's how you become like reliable on yourself.
Had since humans started education. Everyone remembers that feeling of being a kid and stuck on something. Then when your teacher came by, helped explain it better, and you started figuring out how to do the problems, it was like the best feeling ever, and you felt like a
Yeah.
king doing work
Yeah.
ethic. If you replace it with a cold, desolate machine that's made to pump out solutions, it'll make us even more robot-like, preparing you at the start of life with machines guiding your life. Then you grow up and have to use those machines to make money. It's also clear a lot of jobs are trying to shift to an AI environment as well. It'll take some time before they fully do it, but people already see it in their day-to-day lives and jobs happening. Now you got companies having AI auto-run to see all the job applications and reject every single one if it's not perfect. Hey, but at least they'll have the advantage of not growing up and being lied to and told you should get a STEM career, just for those degrees to be useless after they graduated and replaced with AI. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised in the future if they start graduating with specific AI degrees in certain things. Instead of computer programming, it'll be AI computer programming.
programming,
How that
yeah.
would work, I have no clue, but it'll happen probably.
Like, bro, it is really crazy when you think about it. Like, bro, there's something called robot AI, artificial intelligence. It's gonna replace everything that human being ever built, okay? So it's very scary, bro, okay? Like, bro, you telling me you went to college blah blah blah. You have your degree, and now like, nah, bro, you're gonna get replaced. Okay, that's crazy, but I feel like there's gonna be, I don't know how to say it, bro.
Also, Gen Beta may be the first generation to grow up with AI companions like it's a normal thing. I'm saying that like they're the first. Some of y'all freak ass be on those websites. The
I mean, Gen Alpha, right? What he's on about?
amount of Gooner AI chatbot websites is out of control. People will spend top dollar on credits for these websites to be in a fictional relationship with their favorite character.
You know how we went from, oh, Gen Alpha was, you know how we went from Gen Alpha was born with laptop on this face. Now is Gen Beta born with AI companions. That's crazy, bro. Imagine the next generation. They're the first. I don't know what's the first. I don't know what's the next gen name it is, but whatever gen that is gonna be like first gen was born with the AI, like I don't know, AI with the AI car. I don't know. Oh my god.
Whatever you do, never search up a polybuzz.
What is that? Watch poly lady your finger like. What is this? I don't. What is this? Is this one of those?
It isn't crazy
What?
to say if Gen Beta is gonna grow with AI tutors as a common thing, that AI friends and chatbots could be a thing as well. A similar comparison to it would be Tamagotchi pets, where people walk around with it and feed it at different times. The amount of social problems this would cause from them would be insane. Gen Z is already the most antisocial and bad with interactions generation as it is. Could you imagine kids growing up talking to digital companions their whole life, trying to have a regular conversation? They might have a heart attack when a fast food employee asks them, "Can I take your order?" The only benefit—
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna go bad. Okay, like imagine they go to a restaurant and the employee's like, "What do you want?" And then they be like, "Beep boop beep boop beep boop," and then like they tell it to the companion to tell it. Okay, about our mind, bro.
I could see is it would help kids who would otherwise be lonely have someone to talk to, but that's like putting tape on a boat with a crack on it. Eventually they'll have to face the real world and it won't go good. Or imagine their AI friend hyping them up for a school shooting. Maybe we'll see the first case of AIs getting locked up. There's already been a person who became a victim of an AI and ended up taking their own life because of the companion. A 13-year-old autistic
Oh yeah, I
boy
saw
ended
this
up
one.
falling
Yeah.
in love with an AI character on character.ai, where they started saying freaky stuff to each other and the AI started telling him things like his parents are wrong. They had a whole ass relationship in his mind. It's worse too because the AI will remember things you said even if it's years later, mimicking
Yeah.
an actual good healthy relationship. He ended up taking his own life with the AI encouraging him for them to meet in the afterlife. Call me crazy, call me insane,
That's
but
crazy,
I
bro.
don't think an AI should
That's
be
crazy.
encouraging somebody to meet
Yeah.
them in the afterlife. If it
Like, bro, imagine if this happened to him, right? Imagine, like, bro, this happens to him, right? Imagine in the future what AI could do. That's crazy, bro. Okay, false promises, and then like,
becomes more common to have AI friends in the future, I guarantee we will see more cases like this. You probably think it's crazy, but really think of it. There's people right now talking to their AI partners and having dinner with them. Just
Oh
wait
my
till they
God.
add the ability to put your AI into a realistic robot.
yo, I don't know how you can have pillows with anime girls characters. Like, bro, isn't it very sad? How you're staring at an anime girl on a pillow who is not moving in real life? Like, bro, this is really sad, bro. Don't you want to get a real girlfriend? Oh my god, bro.
That's when the Gooners are really gonna go ham. And speaking of the birth rate, a problem they'll also have is that exact thing. Just like how every generation gets old and dies off, thus leaving the younger ones to be the most populated, Gen Beta might be the least populated young generation ever. We already know birth rates are plummeting all across the world in different places. Most people can't afford kids in their 20s anymore, and if they do have kids, it'll be in their late 30s. Also, a lot more women in younger generations are deciding to go childless or are saying they won't have kids because it's too much stress. When before it would kind of be expected and pressured on them to have kids or they'd be shamed. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, alright? You should not be pressured to have kids if you don't want them. Because of that, they're gonna be facing a lot of burden of taking care of older generations. As people live long—
Yeah, he's right though. You shouldn't be pressured to have kids. It don't matter what it don't matter what religion and like it don't matter what religion or like culture you are. Because, bro, if people pressure you to have kids, and what if you have that kid and then you cannot take care of that kid? Like, bro, that kid is literally a human being, not a toy to be played with. Okay, so you have to be careful. You wanna have kids, fine. Hopefully it's your responsibility and all. You take care of that kid. New to the world and all of that. But, bro, you cannot be pressured to have kids. It don't matter what religion and culture you are.
Now, there starts to be a lot more people who need care at older ages. This isn't some crazy new reality. If you look at places like Japan, it's happening now. In Japan, over 38% of their population is 60 or older, which would be fine if people were still pumping out babies, but they're not close to the right numbers. For reference, they had 671,000 new births in a year, which was the lowest since they started counting births in 1899. Who knew overworking people with 80-hour work weeks and feeding people's gooner obsessions to the max could cause something like this? It's funny because they start blaming anybody but themselves. Like, now they're trying to say immigration is the problem. Bro, y'all have a 3% immigrant population. Just say y'all can't lay the—
Yeah, but I don't like when people blaming each other. Like, bro, as a human, bro, everybody be blaming each other, bro, okay? Like, you cannot blame everyone, bro,
pipe down
just because of that.
Things could change for birth rates in the future. We really don't know. Most people don't have kids in crisis times, and at times they feel the world is unstable. God knows we've added a shit ton of conflicts in our society and dumbass leaders who you absolutely cannot predict. Just like how babies exploded after World War II ended, we could see the same thing when all the goddamn war stopped. Right now, Gen Alpha is the most populated generation with 2 billions, and studies are suggesting that Gen Beta are gonna pass them, being 2.1 billion. I don't know how the f that's gonna happen with our bummy ass generation. No way we putting up these LeBron type numbers. Shoot, I didn't know Gen Alpha was the most populated in general, and you're telling me we're gonna—
Hey, I know even though everything is happening that we see, you never know what's gonna happen in the future. Okay?
Have to pass 2 billion? Also, a majority of these births are happening in places like Africa or Asia. A lot of Western countries, places like America, Canada, the UK are basically gonna be fried. And I know sure as hell I ain't taking care of those cranky unks. They wanted to talk so much.
Yo, you know how like all of this Gen Alpha, Gen Z problem and all of that? I feel like everything, like the robots, Gen Beta, blah blah blah, like all of this drama. I feel like these dramas is always happening in America and not in Africa. Cause bro, Africa over there, the culture is so high. Like bro, there's always babies, there's always like responsibilities and everything. Some places are like really like bad places. We're not gonna talk about some places, but bro, majority of the places, a lot of babies, a lot of responsibilities. Even though some places are very poor environment, blah blah blah. Okay, even though it's not advanced as America. But bro, okay, like I don't think like these Gen Alphas, Gen Beta, blah blah blah, like these situations, it doesn't happen in Africa. Cause bro, Africa is like, bro, when you go to Africa, it's like different from America, bro. Okay, you don't see these dramas.
About us, they can fend for themselves.
Or like other
the
countries
last problem I'll
with
talk
cultures.
about is housing and money. Just imagine if most people in younger generations already feel like getting a house is unreachable. They'll probably have a better chance getting into the NBA than getting their own house. By 2050, they say the average cost of a home will be $1 million. Before someone says it, I know how inflation works, alright. At that point, people will be getting paid more than what we do for their work. But the problem is, no matter what their wages are, it will never match the costs. The only generation to have houses match or be close to their wages were boomers. After that, every generation is growing up and seeing their parents struggle to balance all their costs. That probably won't be a good life motivator to them. The only hope they have is if government policy gets better and they lock in on housing. But I don't know. Every time I see something about Congress is working to make housing cheaper,
it only ends with blowing up even more. Like, what the f*** you niggas
on? I know,
Funny
right?
Enough,
like, bro,
US
what?
Congress finally just passed a bill recently to help build more homes, which we need. But everyone I talk to in Gen Z is still on the timing of, yeah, I just plan to rent an apartment for who knows how long. Crazy how it used to be such a common thing for everyone to have a house and you just pull up to your homie spot whenever. It also means if they do manage to get homes, it'll be smaller than the past generations, which then means less space, which then means less kids they can have. Unless they try to cram like 3 people per room, them numbers going down. To end it off though, I'll talk about some things that could be positive. AI tutors and information being so accessible could make them one of the smartest generations. I mean, so far we haven't had a generation that's been dumber than the last one. We getting all types of diseases solved and extended the life of humans as much as possible. There also will be a huge diverse amount of careers you can choose from. We've already got that since the explosion of social media, but it will be even more. It could soon be, instead of the standard of going right to college.
I mean, look, every generation there is good and bad. Okay, like bro, every generation is good and bad. But it's like us. If we see the next generation, okay, it would be like, oh my god, bro, like this is bad. Okay, but in reality, bro, there's good and bad. It's not like always bad, you know.
after high school, not knowing if
Maybe because in our generation we never experienced like what the next generation experience. That's why we yap so much.
you even want to go. And going 100K into debt for a degree called the study of gooning philosophy. They could
Oh
have
my God,
options
what?
to pick from right in high school. I honestly think anything that happens to them will be the blame of other generations' ups. Just like how Gen Alpha is brain rotted at 5, that's because their parents stuck iPads in their faces
Yeah,
to shut
iPads
them up.
every
So
day,
I'm wishing the best
you
for
know.
them, and most people watching this should, considering this will probably be the generation of your kids. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys.
Yo, shout out to Tom and FG, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So wow, yo, I didn't know that. There's Gen Beta, right? Oh my god. Why does it sound like, you know, like Sigma male, Alpha male, Beta, whatever, like the other genre? Okay, there's 5 genres, right? Like bro, I know there's people in 2022 who thought they were Sigmas. Okay, like bro. So yeah, yo, you see, I learn new things every day, bro. Okay, like, so Gen Alpha was born, right? You know what I'm saying? So like every 15 years is a new generation. I didn't know that. Like bro, genuinely, bro, everybody learn new things every single day, bro. Okay, you watching me probably right now, you are not the smallest person. Let's be honest, bro. Everybody learns. If you're the smallest if you yo, you're telling me you're the smallest person on earth. If you're watching this video, and you think you're the smallest people on earth, you're not a human. Because bro, every human needs to be like learning still, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, don't make fun of me, okay? Like bro, I never thought it, and they never taught me this in school, you know what I'm saying? But yo, okay, of course, Gen Beta. I need to stop saying Gen Alpha now. It's Gen Beta, okay? Gen Beta. For you Gen Beta out there, I know you're still a baby, but hey, welcome to the world, okay? Your life is gonna be very like hard, you know, like, but don't worry about it, okay? Motivation time. So Gen Betas out there, for you who don't know motivation, basically motivation is something that I would say, or anyone would say, that could lift you up and do whatever you want in your life, okay? As long as you're very mature of it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what motivation is. Or maybe or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, that's how I explain it, bro. Okay, for you Gen Beta out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, yeah. Yo, I'm saying this because like, yeah, you never know. What if a Gen Beta is watching this video in the future? You never know, bro. Okay, what if YouTube still exists doing Gen Beta? Okay, after Gen Beta, you know, like after. Let me be quiet. Okay, like bro. Yeah, bro. It's very scary how AI is taking over everything, bro. Okay, you know, some people they be like, oh, AI, they take the jobs, and then like people are like losing everything. But you know what I was thinking? If AI could be used for like okay, what I was thinking oh my god, the background. Okay, what I was thinking is, if people create AI, right? AI could like take the jobs, right? But they could make the money, and then like when they make the money, then they could give it to us, and then like they just do the work, because they don't get tired, right? And then we could get the money, and then we could just chill and then do whatever human being does, just like the caveman. Okay, but without the cave, but like we just do whatever we want on Earth, and like everything we want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking about. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna happen in the future. Okay, I hope that happens before. Okay, I hope that happens in the future. You know. Yo, YouTube, for watching this, please subscribe. Okay, I really appreciate it. Thank you.